Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue à Learn French by Suchita. Je m'appelle Suchita, votre enseignante de la langue française, and I welcome you to a new 5-day series where you will master the most commonly used French verbs along with their suitable prepositions. Before we begin with this video, I would like to introduce you to my website www.learnfrenchbysuchita.com, where you will find recorded courses for all your French language needs. We have courses for DELF A1, DELF A2, DELF B1, TEF TCF recorded course, French phonetics as well. We have special courses for our school students ranging from grade 5 to grade 8. We also have courses for university students who are enrolled in certificate course or diploma course in Delhi University. And finally, we also have courses for our school students who are aiming to appear for their DELF Prem or DELF Junior examinations. So hurry up and check it out. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. And in every video, I am going to introduce you to 5 new French verbs along with their suitable grammatical constructions. This is one of the most common errors that I have seen while correcting the write-ups of the students. So I thought, why not record a video on this topic? Before you watch this video, make sure you have watched day 1, day 2, and day 3 of this series. If you have not watched those videos, I'm dropping the link in the card above. You can watch those videos and then come back here again. I would also like to inform you that this video is just a small portion of our learning program. So if you're looking for complete French learning program, you can visit our website www.learnfrenchbysuchita.com and you will find the link in the description box below. All right, let's just start with the video, and this video is day 4. So the 16th verb that we have to do is the verb essayer. Essayer. The verb essayer, which means to try. All right. Now, if the verb essayer is followed by quelque chose, essayer quelque chose, to try something, that means after the verb essayer, if you have a noun, something, then you do not have to add any preposition in between. Par exemple, j'ai essayé des chaussures dans ce magasin. I tried the shoes in this shop. Now, I tried. The verb is essayer. I have conjugated that verb in passé composé. So, j'ai essayé. And after that, I have quelque chose, something, des chaussures. So, you see, after the verb essayer, if you have something, des chaussures, then you do not add any preposition in between. Essayer quelque chose. Essayer des chaussures. J'ai essayé des chaussures dans ce magasin. I tried the shoes in this shop. Essayer quelque chose, to try something. Let's move on to the next construction, and that is, if the verb essayer is followed by the verb in the infinitive form, you have to add the preposition the in between. So the construction goes something like this. The verb essayer followed by the preposition the followed by verb à l'infinitif, the verb in the infinitive form. So if the verb essayer is followed by verb à l'infinitif, you have to add the preposition the in between. Par exemple, let's say I want to say, I tried to get or to obtain a discount. No, I tried. The first verb is to try, and then the next verb is to obtain or to get. So if the verb essayer is followed by the verb in the infinitive form, you have to add the preposition the in between. So I tried. I have conjugated the verb essayer in passé composé. So j'ai essayé de obtenir. Now, I have already conjugated the verb essayer, so the verb obtenir will come in its infinitive form, but you have to add the preposition the in between. So, j'ai essayé d'obtenir une réduction. So, I tried to obtain or I tried to get a reduction or a discount. J'ai essayé d'obtenir une réduction. So, that means we have learned 2 grammatical constructions. Essayer quelque chose, to try something. That means after the verb essayer, if you have a noun, you do not add any preposition in between. And essayer plus la préposition de plus le verbe à l'infinitif. That means if the verb essayer is followed by the verb in the infinitive form, you have to add the preposition the in between. Let's continue with the 17th verb, and the verb is continuer. Continuer. The verb is continuer, which is a regular ER verb, which means to continue. Continuer. Now, if the verb continuer is followed by quelque chose, something, then you do not have to add any preposition in between. continuer quelque chose, to continue something. Par exemple, les experts continuent leur recherche. The experts continue their researches. That means after the verb continuer, you have a noun, which is les recherches. Continuer leur recherche. After the verb continuer, you have a noun, les recherches. That means if after the verb continuer, you have something, you do not add any preposition in between. Les experts continuent leur recherche. Let's move on to the second construction, and that is, if after the verb continuer, you have the verb in the infinitive form, here you have a choice. You can add the preposition a also in between. You can add the preposition de also in between. Both the formats are accepted. So you can say continuer plus la préposition a plus verb à l'infinitif, or you can say the verb continuer followed by the preposition de followed by the verb in the infinitive form. So that means if after the verb continuer, you have the verb in the infinitive form, you can add the preposition a or the preposition de in between. Both the formats are accepted. Par exemple, ils continuent à chercher des solutions. They continue to search for the solutions. So after the verb continuer, you have to search, chercher. That means you have to add the preposition either a or de. Both of them are accepted. You can also say ils continuent à chercher des solutions, or you can say ils continuent de chercher des solutions. Both of them are okay. So that means we studied two constructions. One is continuer quelque chose. That means if after the verb continuer, you have something, you will not add any preposition in between. And the second construction, that is, if after the verb continuer, you have the verb in the infinitive form, you can add the preposition a or de in between. Both the formats are accepted. Let's continue with the 18th verb, and the verb is oublier. Oublier. Again, that's a regular ER verb. The verb oublier, which means to forget. Now, the first construction, that is oublier quelqu'un ou oublier quelque chose. So, if after the verb oublier, you have someone, quelqu'un, or you have something, quelque chose. In both the cases, you will not add any preposition in between. Oublier quelqu'un, oublier quelque chose. Par exemple, il a oublié son sac dans le métro. He forgot his bag in the metro. After the verb oublier, you have son sac, the bag. So, you see, I have not added any preposition in between. Il a oublié son sac dans le métro. He forgot his bag in the metro. Il a oublié son sac dans le métro. Oublier quelqu'un ou oublier quelque chose. After the verb oublier, if you have someone or something, you will not add any preposition in between. Let's move on to the next construction, that is, if after the verb oublier, you have the verb in the infinitive form, you have to add the preposition de in between. So the construction goes something like this. Le verbe oublier plus la préposition de plus le verbe à l'infinitif. Par exemple, let's say if I want to say, I forgot to do my homework. Now, the first verb is to forget, which I have conjugated in passé composé. And then I forgot to do my homework. To do is another verb, faire, which I have written in the infinitive form. But you have to add the preposition de in between. J'ai oublié de faire mes devoirs. I forgot, the verb is oublier. I have conjugated the verb in passé composé. J'ai oublié de faire mes devoirs. I forgot to do my homework. So we have learned two constructions. Oublier quelqu'un ou oublier quelque chose, to forget someone or something. And the second construction is le verbe oublier plus la préposition de plus le verbe à l'infinitif. Let's move on to our 19th verb, and the verb is rêver. Rêver, which means to dream. Again, it's a regular ER verb, the verb rêver. Now, the first construction, that is rêver de quelqu'un ou rêver de quelque chose. To dream about someone, or to dream of someone, or to dream of something. That means if after the verb rêver, you have someone or something, you have to add the preposition de in between. Par exemple, Catherine a rêvé de toi cette nuit. That means Catherine dreamt of you this night. Now, a rêvé. The verb is rêver. I have conjugated that verb in passé composé. Catherine a rêvé de toi. Toi is quelqu'un, somebody. So I have added the preposition de in between. Catherine a rêvé de toi cette nuit. That means Catherine dreamt of you this night. Rêver de quelqu'un ou rêver de quelque chose. To dream of someone or to dream of something. Let's move on to our next construction, and that is rêver à quelqu'un ou rêver à quelque chose. Now you must be a little confused over here. In the previous slide also we did rêver de quelqu'un ou rêver de quelque chose. But here what we have is rêver à quelqu'un ou rêver à quelque chose. See, both the formats are accepted, but the meanings of both of them are different. If you are saying rêver de quelqu'un or rêver de quelque chose, that means you are literally sleeping and you're dreaming about something or you're dreaming about something. That means you're actually dreaming while sleeping. Okay, that's an actual dream. But if you say rêver à quelqu'un or rêver à quelque chose, here the meaning changes a bit. I'll explain it to you through an example. Cet étudiant n'écoute pas. The student is not listening. Il rêve à sa petite amie. That means he is dreaming of his girlfriend. Here also it means to dream, but here it means that means the person is not concentrating. Maybe it is the daytime, but the person is thinking about his girlfriend. So it's not literally dreaming while sleeping, but it's dreaming in the sense that you are not concentrating, or maybe you're dreaming with your open eyes, or you're thinking about the person. So the meaning is different. If you're saying rêver de quelqu'un or rêver de quelque chose, that means you're dreaming while sleeping. But when you say rêver à quelqu'un or rêver à quelque chose, in that case, it means that you are not sleeping, but you are not concentrating and you are thinking about the person or something. So I'll repeat the example for you. Cet étudiant n'écoute pas. The student is not listening. Il rêve à sa petite amie. That means he is dreaming of his girlfriend or he's thinking about his girlfriend. Let's move on to our next construction, and that is if the verb rêver is followed by le verbe à l'infinitif, you have to add the preposition de in between. Par exemple, il rêve de devenir un pilote. He dreams of becoming a pilot. If after the verb rêver, you have the verb in the infinitive form, that means the verb devenir over here, you have to add the preposition de in between. Il rêve de devenir un pilote. He dreams of becoming a pilot. Il rêve de devenir un pilote. If after the verb rêver, you have the verb in the infinitive form, you have to add the preposition de in between. Let's move on to our 20th verb and final verb of our day 4, and the verb is encourager. Encourager. Encourager, which means to encourage. The first construction possible is encourager quelqu'un ou encourager quelque chose. That means to encourage someone or to encourage something. In both the cases, you will not add any preposition in between. So if after the verb encourager, you have a noun, someone or something, you will not add any preposition in between. Par exemple, les spectateurs, the spectators, the viewers, encourage les sportifs. Les sportifs, the people who are playing sports, the people who are sportive. So that means after the verb encourager, you have someone. So you see, I have not added any preposition in between. The spectators, the viewers, the audience encourage the sportives. Les spectateurs encouragent les sportifs. Let's move on to our next construction, and that is encourager quelqu'un plus la préposition à plus le verbe à l'infinitif. Encourager quelqu'un à faire quelque chose. To encourage somebody to do something. Now, par exemple, j'encourage mon fils. Encourager quelqu'un. I encourage my son. Je encourage mon fils à travailler dur. Now you see the verb travailler, that's there in the infinitive form. So, je encourage mon fils à travailler dur. I encourage my son to work hard. So, encouraging somebody to do something. J'encourage mon fils à travailler dur. Now that's it for day 4 video. I would really like that whatever verbs I have taught in this video, you can choose any verb and you can make sentences using different grammatical constructions and mention them in the comment section below. I'm going to personally correct all of them. And if you like this video, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and for daily updates and reminders, do not forget to hit the bell icon. And I will see you soon with the next video. Till then, au revoir, à bientôt et bisous bisous.